You're back here on the program. So nice to have Helen Fielding on the show, the author of Bridget Jones's Diary, that book that you read, that you sit there and think, oh my God, if my life is like this, I have to change it. I have to take bigger risks. I want to explore the concept of risks because we all need a little nudging down that direction where maybe sometimes in life you don't want to mind the gap. I'm not talking literally at Subways. That would be dumb. I just mean, you know, proverbially mind the gap. And by that, I mean don't. Whatever. Here comes the panel. Oh my God, he's back from America, everybody! Onrait here! He's got a book. It's called Anchor Boy. Hey, man, nice to see you.
Great to see you, my friend.
How are things?
Things are great. I am visitor number 3-745-201 here at the CBC. So I appreciate my taxpayer dollars allowing me to come into this building.
Ironically, also your prisoner number. That's fantastic.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Simeon's here, Emma Hunter's here. Big risk. When's the last time you took a big risk?
Okay, so, George, this is what happens. It's Thanksgiving. I decide to take a big gamble. I attack my uncle from Alaska across the Bering Strait to Asia, held North America. That's why they call it risk.
You're talking about the board game risk?
Talking about the board game.
Yeah.
The board game risk.
Yeah.
That is a super waspy thing to play. I come from an Eastern European family. We never played risk because risk was about us, okay? It was never about... Jay, I mean, you took a big risk moving to America, but not really because you're super talented.
Well, I actually dressed, back at the London Olympics, I dressed in a full-body unitard which had a Union Jack on the front of it. And I'm not well endowed. And I should have known, George, I should have known that that was a poor choice for someone who isn't well endowed. Yeah. The good folks at NBC were upset because I tried to speak to John McEnroe wearing that full-body unitard with my modest junk on display. And as a result, George, I was told that there would no longer be any Jay Onrait segments running on the Olympics. So thank God CBC got the Olympics.
Yeah. I'm comfortable with my manhood. Can I borrow the unitard?
Absolutely. Anytime.
Arthur, big risk. When did it pay off?
It depends on how you view an unplanned child. But yeah, that's a risk that I took, and it paid off well. It paid off really well.
What's a risk you would never take?
I'll tell you one risk I would never take: using thermos tops as mugs on the George Stroumboulopoulos show. These are not mugs, George. This is what I took in my lunch pail to school in Athabasca, Alberta, when I was 7 years old.
Right. I don't want to make you feel badly about your choices, dude. But the World Food Program Fill the Cup campaign, that's what these are for.
That's just what you did. You made me feel bad. You did the opposite of what you said you were going to do.
I don't know.
You said, I don't want to make you feel bad, and then you made me feel bad.
I might argue that you invited me into that house, Mr. Onrait.
I might have done that. I might have done that.
But look, you took a risk in the Olympics. It paid off for you in a way. I want to explore the concept of risks when we come back. Risk assessment. All right, you're back here on the panel. We're talking about risks and risk-taking. A guy who took a gigantic risk was Ken Taylor. You know, the real story of Argo. Go to Strombo.com and hear his side there. An incredible risk he took. Politicians take risks all the time, sometimes to benefit others, as Ken did as a diplomat, sometimes to benefit themselves, sometimes who knows what they're doing. So I want to ask you guys, Justin Trudeau admits that he smokes weed, right? The inhaled part, you know, and then a whole bunch of people go, oh, he's so progressive. Then a lot of other people go, wait, I think that's illegal. And it may have backfired. Do you think that was a reasonable risk?
Yeah, I actually do. Politically, I think it was very smart, you know, but I think it separates him from the other party, and it makes him, it makes his views stand out, and it's not crack.
Right, it's not crack, that's true. Did you ever want to take a risk and be, I know you loved old school wrestling, did you ever want to take a risk and be a pro wrestler?
Yes, clearly, look at my physique. Yes, I did, George, absolutely.
What I loved about wrestling was how controversial and risk-taking it was in terms of politics.
Yeah.
Talking to different parts of the world and introducing us to Middle Eastern cultures and sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah, I knew that, you know, you did love the Iron Sheik, right? Wouldn't you say that, yeah?
Big time fan of the Iron Sheik.
Hello,
oh, my gosh.
Hello, young man. How are you, sir?
Hello, Iron Sheik.
Hello, everybody. Iron Sheik, everybody.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, sir. How are you, sir?
How are you?
Fine. Okay, listen. Listen, man, I follow you on Twitter, and you say all kinds of controversial things. Do you ever take a risk that you think you've gone too far?
I am in Toronto, and today I've been in the mayor office to tell them, Mr. Mayor, you're supposed to be a role model for the Toronto, Canada. But I want to say, Mr. Ford, or Mr. whatever, Rob Ford, I wish you can come challenge with me arm wrestling or wrestling.
Iron Sheik, everybody!
Yeah.
Emma Hunter hosts Pop Quiz on weeknights at 9. Jay's got the book Anchor Boy. Watch him on TV as well. Arthur Simeon doing a couple of gigs in Calgary, November 29th and the 30th. And the Iron Sheik, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff. God bless you.
Okay, all right.